Welcome to your Monday. I'm Jay Cleveland Payne, aka your Mr. Monday, and this quick bit of motivation and inspiration was originally published on July 22nd, 2019. The original message goes as follows. After growing tired of starting over with new whims after reality of hard work sets in, start with a focus on pushing through the difficulties of one task until you find next level success. So, going deeper into this is one that took a little while to figure out what the point was when we got to this. If you're unfamiliar with how we do Welcome to Your Mondays, the Monday messages are written literally years ahead of time. We basically scribble down ideas and put them in the timeline ready to go. They'll be published. And then as we get closer to them, we review them so we kind of know what we were talking about when we talked about them originally. And this is one that was extremely hard to figure out. It's also one that's extremely long for the point of the process. The original messages for Welcome to Your Monday all fit in less than 140 characters with the tag Welcome to Your Monday. Now, because Twitter is longer, that's not necessarily the case, but they still stay consistent. And this one was extremely long for some reason. So it took me a little while to figure out why it was so long, which was just because of what the point was of the message and what the original point of the message was supposed to be. So because this week's message and the explanation for the message was so long, we're going to get into the actual point and be pretty succinct, at least attempt to be succinct in it. The point of this message is that after a while, you should be extremely exhausted with new starts over and over and over again, because every time you get a fresh start and you start something new, at some point in time, the freshness wears out and becomes work. At some point in time, every project that is meaningful becomes work, hard work, difficult work, straining work, and mentally draining work, something that is not so fun to do, even if you know there's a big payoff at the end. And especially if you don't know that the big payoff will happen at the end, it's extremely hard to do to get through that part. So what usually happens is you find a reason to stop, stall, pause on it, and start something else new because you have to be doing something. And then after a while, you start piling up activities that are starts with no finishes. Plenty of stops, just never a great finish. So once you actually finally get to that point where you understand how that works, you can start all day long and you can stop all day long, but you never actually get somewhere until you actually complete something instead of just starting something new. You can pick up any of the old projects, you can pick up a brand new project, but you have to learn to focus on one task until you get to some level of success, the next level as explained here, and then another task until you get to the next level there. The problem is not that the problem is you have too many ideas. The problem is not the ideas aren't working. It's that the ideas as structured come into a place where there's a very difficult part to get through, and instead of focusing on what tasks need to be done to get through that main section, you give up altogether. So if you combined your starts and stops into a massive chart that showed exactly where you're going, you can probably see exactly where your trouble point is. At what point of frustration you'll probably get to that will cause you to stop and restart. So since you know what that is, what you do in your next start, whether it's a restart or a fresh start, is you plan for that particular place. You look at what is supposed to be done for the overall arching big finale win. And then you look at what it takes to get to that spot where you normally quit. And you figure out reversely what you need to do to get past that place and keep on moving. What you'll find is once you get past that place and figure it out, it'll be easier to keep on moving until you get to the next place that you're stuck because it's the same process. You see where you're stuck and you've worked the process and work those pieces out. Focus on singular task, one thing that can get you past wherever you are, and then you get to the next level from there, as opposed to the grand finale, everything that must be done, and get overwhelmed and not put enough work into that one thing that is nagging. Basically, everything is one step at a time. All life, all work, even something complicated, is one thing at a time. You stop and do one action, and then you do the next action, and then you maybe do half another action, setting up for another half action. But you can only physically and mentally work one issue at a time. It's impossible to multitask in that sort of fashion, so stop trying to do it. Focus on the one thing that might get you past there, and you'll find you'll have less brand new fresh starts and a whole lot less stops and middle things to look for fresh starts. After growing tired of starting over with new whim after the reality of hard work sets in, start with focus on pushing through the difficulties of one task until you find next level success. This original message was published on July 22nd, 2019 from Welcome to Your Monday. For more messages like this one, plus books, merchandise, and other information related to this project, visit the website welcometoyourmonday.com.